Namaste. Today we're going to explore the craziest chair position you've ever gotten into. Get ready. In 1910, banking elites and members of the political class traveled to an island to secretly draft legislation that would establish a private central banking apparatus to take control of the American economy. In attendance were a senior partner at JP Morgan, an ex-assistant treasury secretary who was president of what would become Citibank, the director of Wells Fargo, the assistant treasury secretary, and a powerful politician. They started crafting the foundation of the Federal Reserve System, which would become law in 1913 with great encouragement from authoritarian President Woodrow Wilson under the noble guise of preventing the economic instability of the past. They kept their meeting and role in the legislation secret for about 20 years. Do you believe these powerful men were looking out for the common people? A century since the Fed's establishment, the old top-down economic order remains. The value of the dollar has deteriorated, fueled by the Fed's manipulation of the money supply. Even the Fed admits that printing too much money devalues the currency, and yet they've directed the government to do exactly that. Its policies have helped perpetuate America's national debt crisis, encouraging government spending outside its means with a currency whose value has been tied to nothing for decades. The Fed also helped fund both world wars, supporting the establishment of the same American empire that continues to wreak havoc and add to the debt today. And that original promise of faithfully shepherding and stabilizing the economy, the 20th century and beyond continued to experience economic instability and hardship. The Federal Reserve casts the appearance of being an extension of democracy. In reality, it represents brazen cronyism, concentrating wealth and power at the top while the peasants struggle to survive as inflation hits them the hardest. They're forced to shoulder the cost of interest paid on this debt-driven system to fund an out-of-control authoritarian government that doesn't care about them. What interest the Fed has paid back has not been refunded to the tax cattle. It goes to the government. The system doesn't serve the people. It serves the people in control of it and their own power, which is nowhere more apparent than in the history of the Fed's chairs, who have unprecedented influence over the economy. It's the craziest chair position you've ever gotten into. The first to hold the chair position of this financial elite club was then President Wilson's son-in-law, who was the Fed's ex officio chair when he was still Treasury Secretary. For over a century, almost exclusively high-ranking political officials and bankers have chaired the Fed. Fast forward to present day, and yet another financial elite holds the position, one who served on the Bilderberg Steering Committee and also came from the Fed's Board of Governors.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
And now, the Fed is considering expanding its hegemony into the digital age with a central bank digital currency. While worldwide efforts to impose such digital currencies have struggled to gain traction, the threat of CBDCs and all the surveillance and control they bring with them still looms. U.S. politicians' efforts to ban them, unsurprisingly, leave much to be desired. But it's not too late to change course. Politicians and bankers aren't going to save us, but everyone has the ability to start opting out of the system. One way to do this is choosing to use competing currencies that threaten this financial monopoly while protecting privacy and sovereignty. Now is the time to break free not only of the Fed and government's financial power over you, but the belief that they should have power over you or anyone at all.